Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Jamie, and this will be a reading for Cancer, Sun, Rising, and Venus. And I just want to write down the title of the last reading that I did before I forget. Okay. So if you are completely new to tarot, there are some rules here. We'll start with the fact that not every reading is going to resonate with you. If you start feeling like the tarot reader is wrong, that means it's not your reading. It's for someone else, because sometimes things are about other people. We also just disregard gender in public readings. I'm going to pull cards like King, Queen, Emperor, Empress. The sex or gender just really doesn't matter. It's all about a personality. Each card describes that. So you'll know who we're talking about. If you want more readings, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. It'll notify you every time I post. I also have a membership. If you're interested in that, you can click the join button to check out all the perks. And I do offer private personals to my members. If you need a private personal and you don't wish to become a member, I do have a couple other readers posted in my description. So I'm just going to pull Oracle as the overall energies. We'll clarify everything with the tarot. And I'll grab some advice at the end. Caught that. She was definitely trying to go for the floor. Interesting. So we have depression, experiencing mood elevation and or lowering, deep feelings of guilt, hopelessness, or numbness. Wish, make a wish with a dandelion in the wind. Season of rest. I observe my body's rhythms and rest when it's time. I sleep in peace and give myself permission to rest. I welcome the winter season of rest. And confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. Some of you have your moon in Leo. The overall energy here is the Three of Swords. We have Temperance, Sagittarius energy, the Four of Cups, the Six of Cups. Justice, Libra energy, the Knight of Wands, the Moon, Pisces energy. Always showing up in Cancer readings. And we have the Eight of Wands. Not always, but recently there's a lot of moon energy when it comes to Cancer. This is what I want to say, is that I think over the winter season, now it depends where you are in the world, but where I am, the winter season was pretty much the last couple of months. And I feel like over the last 3 months, you've been depressed, like not really motivated, maybe having a lot of, maybe even just feeling numb. So, you know, a lot of times when I say depression to people, they think sadness. And sometimes that's it, but there could be this numbness or this feeling, these feelings of guilt that you've been experiencing, I want to say over the last 3 months. Now, it could have came from a betrayal, someone leaving your life, someone hurting you, you know? And I feel like now things are starting to shift and you're really starting to make peace or make sense of this disappointment from the past. And I feel like, you know, it could be like, you know, you were feeling guilty over a situation and here you're getting clarification that it's not just you. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think that somebody left or somebody did something to betray you and somehow you made that about you and got pulled into this state of depression. What I mean by making that about you is making yourself to blame for whatever happened here. So I feel like your confidence could have been down, your motivation was down, and maybe just not feeling the best about yourself for a while now. But things are starting to shift here, especially with justice. I feel like you're coming out of this, I want to say, isolative period. You know, the moon doesn't always mean that, but to me here it is with the season of rest, where you may have like really pulled back your energy. Now things are starting to move forward. You're starting to feel more motivated. You know, I think, or you see that you're moving past this period of confusion or these deep-seated fears here. So like, I think it's just that shift of energy. Maybe some of you actually have like SAD, or like seasonal affect disorder, where in those months where there's not a lot of sunlight, it really does affect your mood. But for some of you, this is more specific to the situation that was happening just before winter hit. So I feel like somebody's been kind of inside, working through some feelings, working through some fears, working through the confusion, working through the unknown, accepting that they may never know, and not letting it hold them back anymore. I think this had somebody down for the count. Like, I'm not saying like you couldn't show up to work or something like that. I'm just talking about like you haven't been yourself for a minute now. And I think that even though things are still not cleared up, you're deciding yourself the best thing to do is to let something go and to move on from it, so that you're not stuck in this energy of heartbreak and pain when it's doing nothing for you. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to be able to change another person or the situation in some type of way. You're not just going to get somebody to clarify what happened or to come around and talk to you. Now, for some of you, I do want to say that someone could be reaching out, and this is somebody that did hurt you. You know what I mean? Like, you've been depressed over this person, and just as you're starting to kind of come out of this and get over it and sort of make sense of the disappointment. And I want to say, too, that this is not always romantic. I feel like for some of you, this has nothing to do with love. This could be, you know, someone that you've been friends with your whole life. You know, this is somebody that you have like a much deeper connection with. So it can be romantic, but I just want to say it could also be a family member, a child, a friend, where you just couldn't understand why they would just hurt you like that. As you're starting to accept it, this person could be coming in out of nowhere to clarify. You know, it's like I'm seeing some contact here after a period of silence. So there's kind of two different things going on here. For some of you, you are just moving on without the clarification. For others of you, as you are ready to move on without the clarification, someone is re-entering your life now. And I think before you were really wishing for this to happen. And now it is. But the question is kind of like, is it too late? You know? So tell me about this Eight of Wands. Page of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Lovers, Gemini energy, and at the bottom of the deck, the Tower, Aries, Scorpio. Yeah, I feel for a lot of you, this is somebody reaching out, and this is the person that out of nowhere just decided to hurt you. Somebody feels like they need to explain to you why they needed to make this move. I'm really, really feeling, guys, that this is not a romantic thing. That this connection's deeper than this. That even if it was a romantic thing, like, you would never be hurt like you were by this person and their energy, because it's something you didn't deserve. It was an absolute betrayal. And I think this person is about to explain that this didn't have something to do with you. That they, I think, made a bad decision. And I think that there could have been someone else involved here, you know? Like, I think that there was someone else in their life that was making them choose. You know, somebody got in between the two of you And I want to say this person now has turned on them. I feel like this person is coming to you from a place of pain. So it may be actually hard for you to even really look at their perspective, because this is somebody who's reaching out to you because they're hurting, that they actually did hurt you. And I actually don't see an apology here. I see someone trying to explain themselves. But not necessarily apologize. I do think they learned a major lesson here, though, about the decisions that they've made in life. But now I think they're coming to you because they're in this space of trauma. Now, this is the problem here that I see. And I just want to bring it up, is that this kind of looks like a person who does not mind dismissing or minimizing your feelings and can only kind of pay attention to themselves. And so you may need to assert serious boundaries with this person. You cannot have people who are going to be in your life when it benefits them, leave when they want to go do something, and come back. People who want you around when they're experiencing pain, but you're not there for the good parts of their life. You know what I mean? And I think that that's what somebody basically is expecting from you here. That despite what they've done to you, they can just reach out to you for support. And this is somebody who may not even understand how much they hurt you, because it's not about them. I get that this person's really young, at least mentally. They do not understand the type of pain that they've actually caused for you. I'm also getting, for some of you, this is a person who thought they were going to teach you a lesson. They may have decided in a moment that they were going to listen to this other person and they were going to hurt you. So they minimized how you would feel. They dismissed you as a person completely. They went off to do whatever they wanted. And now that their feelings are hurt, they expect you to care. And I don't know. I just feel like for some of you that, like, when this person made this decision, it's like there was someone else involved. But remember that they made this decision. So I think my camera's a little bit crooked. I'm leaving it though. This person could have been in the moment like angry at you, because I think that maybe you were trying to say something, because I think whatever you said left you feeling kind of guilty. Like maybe you tried to tell this person, the truth about what you were seeing or something. And so they thought they were going to teach you a fucking lesson by cutting you off and going to do whatever they wanted to do. And in the long run, it's them learning the fucking lesson. You know what I mean? Because even though it did hurt you, maybe you suffered some depression, but this person's life is an absolute fucking chaos. Whoever they're dealing with, hurts them over and over and over again. And the person that they're dealing with is just constant chaos. So now somebody's ready to jump the fuck out of this tower and they need some assistance. But it's somebody who brought you to your fucking knees out of selfishness. I'm kind of giggling. For some of you need to watch the Taurus reading that I just did. There's some Taurus people out here who believe that no contact is a game. You teach somebody a lesson with no contact. And they don't realize that's not how that works. They're actually just playing a game. I think that this person, they learned the hard way, but they haven't learned yet, because they're actually still stuck in that situation if you do not show up with some compassion for them. And we're about to see if you should. What's the advice here? Got the Two of Swords. It's funny I said Taurus because the Hierophant is here. The Two of Swords, the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles. Saying not to forget that this person made a choice of who their loyalties are to. and they decided to, I think, breadcrumb you to, give to another person in some kind of way. You know what I mean? Like, this is somebody who, you can't forget what happened. You can't just forget. I think that if a person is going to come back around and you want to have compassion for them and let them back in, that's fine, but there need to be solid boundaries. You need to do something different this time to make sure that it's not this one-sidedness. Because whatever the situation was, you were very loyal to this person. You hold a tie to them that you feel like you're supposed to be loyal to them. But they didn't show the same kind of respect, and they do need to learn. So, if this is someone coming back around, most of you would not leave this person in the Tower and the Ten of Swords. But you need to be careful to set boundaries before they leave you that way. You get what I'm saying? This would be like, say my child was getting into a lifestyle that I was concerned about, and I said something to them about it. And I'm just using this as an example because I think it's relatable for a lot of people. Or we could say it's a friend. Let's just say that you tried to give someone some solid advice, and they went to the other person, and the other person was, oh, fuck them, da-da-da-da-da. You get what I'm saying? And they chose to be more loyal to that person. They didn't want to hear what you were saying, even though you were just trying to help. And as a result, they felt like you deserved to be hurt, and they were going to do whatever they wanted. If you let this person just come back in, they will do it all over again. So let's say that this is your child, and they decided their boyfriend or girlfriend is God, that they should be put over you, that's who they should have loyalty to. But as soon as this motherfucker hurts them, they come running home, right? If you just say, hey, yeah, you can come home, 2 weeks later, they're going to go right back to this piece of shit. You get what I'm saying? But if there's a boundary, you can only come home if you're respecting me, if it's a friend. I don't want a relationship with you unless you understand how you've hurt me over this. So I actually don't want to be your friend unless you are actually done with that person. I'm not going to be here when they hurt you and then you tell me to go fuck myself when they want you back. There has to be a boundary because this person will do that if you're not setting that kind of boundary. I don't care who this person was in your life. If somebody dismisses your feelings or minimizes them, they're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? And they have to learn lessons. And you can't step in the way of karma. Some people have to go through it so they can know what they did to you. I do feel like whoever they're dealing with is doing to them what you did. Somebody is minimizing their feelings. Somebody is dismissing their feelings. And they need to go through that. Now the problem is they cannot feel like they can just come to you whenever they want to and then breadcrumb you when they go back to something. There has to be a boundary set here. And some of you need to deal with the fact that if this person doesn't want to deal with your boundaries, they may fuck off, and that's fine. But you can't have a person coming in and out of your house. For some of you, that was specific. I meant life. Where you have to pick up the pieces afterwards. It's like not really, if somebody can put you in this mood, if somebody can bring you down like this, they owe you an apology. And they deserve hard boundaries. Okay, I'll see you soon.